Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Heather Bling Show. My next guest today is the beautiful Mary Ballard from Gold Star Mortgage. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
I am super excited to have you here. Mary is a long-term mortgage professional here in Fort Lauderdale. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am a residential lender. I am the operations manager for Gold Star Mortgage for the past 9 years. I've been in the business since 2001. I used to own my own mortgage company, and now I'm the operations manager at Gold Star Mortgage, where we specialize in all types of residential lending.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So you've definitely been doing this for a very long time. I'm sure you have some stories that where you've come out and been the hero and really helped people. Can you share some of those with us?
Sure, absolutely. I've been doing this since 2001, as I said, and there's been several instances along the way where we've really, of course, I have a team behind me. My husband is one of them, Brad Ballard, and then I have some loan originators and processors. But being that we've done this for so long, there's definitely some people that stick in our hearts, and loans and purchases and families that we've helped. One of them being a young woman or a lady that had been working in a dry cleaner in Pompano for 15 years, and she didn't ever think she would have the opportunity to own her own home. Through the down payment assistance from Pompano Beach, she was able to get a brand new home in 2015, and it was a brand new home built by the city of Pompano. And with all the latest hurricane updates, so her hazard insurance was very low. So we were able to get her into this $200,000 home with a mortgage payment under $900 a month.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, because the insurance was, fit within all the guidelines. She had low insurance. The city gave her $50,000 as a down payment.
Wow.
So it's a grant that she doesn't ever have to pay back. She just has to stay in the home for a certain amount of time. And now that lady that would be renting a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,200 a month is now owning her own home in Pompano Beach with less than $1,000 a month.
Wow,
payment.
that is absolutely amazing. So you really are a true hero in that instance. I love hearing when our local entrepreneurs really help somebody in the community like that. That's just amazing. I mean, she's actually spending so much less on that beautiful home, and it's brand new, you said. That is incredible.
Yeah, there's a lot of instances. Being a woman, being a female entrepreneur, owning our own business, and now running a branch. I definitely take pride in helping women. I always tell women and everybody, young children, the credit that you have, your credit score is as important as the money that you have in the bank and the job that you do. So those are one of the things that I try to coach people and help people, how to maintain the highest credit score, how to obtain a higher credit score. We have simulators, and just with experience, we can look at credit reports really quickly and try to just diagnose what they need to do to get their credit up to a more manageable level for underwriting and to help them be a new homeowner.
Okay, that's awesome. So can you share with us just maybe 1 or 2 tips on how to raise your credit score? I'm sure everybody would like to know how to do that. I definitely would.
Absolutely. I know my parents and my dad always taught me, get one credit card and use that one credit card. That is not what you want to do.
Oh, really?
That is not what you want to do.
Oh, okay. I've heard that be very common. Okay.
Yeah. No, you want it when you don't own a home or have a car payment, you want to have at least 3 trade lines working for you.
Okay.
You want to keep those trade lines between 10 and 30% of the limit. If they give you a credit line and it's $1,000, you want to try to keep that limit between $100 and $300. You never want to go more than 50% of that limit. You always want to stay below 50% if at all possible. And you do want to get 1 to 3 credit cards. Even when you have a home, you want to have your mortgage. And I still advise people to have 1 or 2 credit cards open and active. Don't pay them to zero. That's not the trick to having good credit.
Really?
Carrying that small balance, and unfortunately paying that rate that interest rate on those that you don't want to pay.
Yeah.
It's a means to an end. But you want to get the lowest rate on your mortgage, you have to have your income, you have to have some money in the bank, and you have to have that good credit. So to have good credit, you have to keep good credit, and you have to maintain it and obtain it first.
Okay, well, thank you so much for those tips. That's very important.
My pleasure.
So I really enjoyed your other story about how you were the hero. Do you have another one that you could share with us?
Being that I've been doing this since 2001, I have quite a few favorite clients that I've worked with over the years. One of my, as Oprah says, full circle moments is just somebody that I came across in 2003 that was a maintenance supervisor at a golf course. He's one of my favorites, still one of my favorite clients because I still do mortgages for him.
That's great.
But because he worked as a maintenance supervisor, then he also had another part-time job that was fully documented in income. And then he also had 2 investment properties that he showed on his tax returns, which most people don't show them, especially back in the early 2000s. People didn't show all their investment properties. He actually did. So I helped him grow from 2 to 8 investment properties, and he maintained all of those investment properties throughout the crisis. So the full circle moment part of all that is while I still helped him get another mortgage after the crash in 2010, I then did a purchase for his son in 2016, and his son used to call me because his father has a strong accent, and his son would call me and be like, Miss Mary, my dad has a question about his escrow payment, his mortgage payment changed, I don't understand. So we would do a conference call with the lender and his son and his dad. So now then in 2016, I was so happy and proud of him. The son got his mortgage, and so that made me feel very proud that I've done a second generation of mortgage, and it always makes me feel happy. I still have a lot of first-time home buyers. It always makes me feel very happy and thankful and blessed that they then come back to me to refinance and get rid of their mortgage insurance, or they come back to me when they want to buy their bigger home. I've had 4 or 5 of those in the last 2 years. So that's always amazing. A great feeling when you help the first-time couple. I just had another couple come in last week that we did a refinance in 14 days. Yes, you can close in 14 days.
14 days?
14 days.
Oh my gosh, I thought it took 60 days to do a loan.
I've been trying to get them to make a decision about refinancing and getting rid of their mortgage insurance, because I don't know if you realize when you do not put 20% down on a purchase, you have mortgage insurance.
Oh, can you explain a little bit more about that?
So you can get a mortgage and you can put 3% down, 5% down, 10% down. So if you put less than 20% down, you have mortgage insurance. And it's not mortgage insurance that protects you or your family against any losses or anything like that. It's mortgage insurance that goes directly to HUD or mortgage insurance that goes directly to a mortgage insurance company.
Really?
It doesn't help you at all once you're in the mortgage, and it behooves you to get rid of that mortgage insurance, because that $100 to $300 you're paying to that company or to HUD, you could then be paying it on your own mortgage to pay your principal down. So any financial advisor would tell you the first thing to do when you're looking at your finances is when you want to refinance, even though you may not be getting the absolute lowest rate that you want, because interest rates have increased significantly this year. Yeah. Even though you may not get that lowest rate possible, you're getting rid of that mortgage insurance, and that $100 to $300 that you're paying to those companies or HUD, you can now be paying towards your mortgage to have your principal be lowered. So,
well, that is certainly great advice, for
Thank
sure.
you. So back to those borrowers, just real quick. So they came back to me to refinance, get rid of their mortgage insurance, but they had delayed a little bit because they're both teachers. I love teachers. I have a special program for them where I consider them community heroes. Okay. And I give them a closing cost credit. But that's nice. They came back to me, school year ended, so they came back to me. She was due to have her baby. She's like, Mary, you have 5 weeks to get this done. I go, honey, I'll get it done in 3 weeks or less. So we did. We refinanced them, consolidated some debt from them, got rid of their mortgage insurance, still kept their mortgage payment lower than what they were at before, and we were able to get it done 3 days before the baby was due. So that made me feel really good, because they came back to me and they already have a child, and now they have another one, and I've also done the mortgage for their mom. So
wow, you really do keep it in the family. I try to keep
it all in the family.
Yeah, I love so much when our local entrepreneurs support the community, and I hope all of you guys out there are definitely going to support Mary and her business, because it sounds like she can really help you, and she can do it fast. I've never heard of anybody closing loans that fast. That is absolutely amazing. Now, do you do pre-approvals for people as well if they're looking?
Absolutely, I did. I did 2 this morning. We usually pre-approve people within an hour. We need to see complete income documentation, tax returns, last 2 years of W-2s, paychecks, and bank statement. But we have some programs to help with 3% down. We also do first and second combination mortgages that help a lot of those people that are out looking for loan amounts larger than $450,000. Okay. That helps get them qualified with the second mortgage. Maybe they don't want to put the 10% down. Okay. They don't want the mortgage insurance, so they could do a first and second loan combination. And those we can get done really quickly. I just did a $1 million jumbo in 16 days. Oh my gosh, you are amazing. I have a great team. I cannot take all the credit. I definitely have a great team behind me. Gold Star Mortgage I joined Gold Star Mortgage in 2009. 2009 when the writing was on the wall for the smaller mortgage brokers to either fold or, which I did not want to do, to either fold or join with a larger lender. So I joined with Gold Star Mortgage in 2009. My CEO, Dan Milstein, was the #1 loan originator in the country at the time for 3 years in a row. So my husband and I made a very good choice at that time in 2009 to join Gold Star and be part of a larger company. And Gold Star closes over $1 billion worth of loans every year.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're licensed in 40-something states with offices in over 30-something states as well.
Okay, wow. Well, it sounds like you are definitely the person to check out. So next time I'm ready to buy a property, I'm going to come over and talk to you for sure.
Definitely.
Before I go looking, I'm going to go get a pre-approval. That's actually really important.
That's the most important part when you're looking for a home. Get pre-approved first. Let us diagnose your credit if there's any problems. Let us review your income and help guide you on the home payment that you're comfortable with. Sometimes what you can afford is not always what you're most comfortable with, because when we review income, we look at income a little bit differently, and you may want to be more rigid in what you want to afford in a mortgage payment. So we try to work hand in hand with you as well as your realtor to help what is best for you and what you're looking for in a monthly payment, not just what you can afford.
Yeah, that's definitely good to know, because I think a lot of people, it's so overwhelming, especially when it's their first home. Even if it's a second home or a third home, it's a lot of effort to do a piece of real estate for sure.
Yes.
So tell our viewers how they can reach you.
Okay, so you can reach me, Mary Ballard at Gold Star Mortgage. It's Mary M. Ballard at goldstarfinancial.com. My cell phone is 954-684-8662. I'm also on Facebook as Mary Ballard, and Instagram is Mortgage Mary. Please feel free to contact me anytime with any questions or scenarios. And again, my cell phone is 954-684-8662. Thank you very much.
Mary, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And guys, check her out. We'll be back soon.